Hello and welcome to my look at Super Robot Wars, or Super Robot Taisen Z, or Z if you want to be American. Straight up, my favourite video game series of all time. Not the Z version particularly, but Super Robot Taisen. Super Robot Taisen started on the Game Boy back in 1991, I believe. And this is the last of the Ps2 versions. And the current beginner of this series, Z, which has gone through the PSP and currently resides on the Vita and the PS3. Anyway, we're going to take the Super Robot rather than the Real Robot. That's the Real Robot version, but we like the Super Robot version, so let's go back to the Super Robot. Yep, so that's the Super Robot. You can choose between the two. Different characters, and you meet different people, different routes. So, right, let's rename this dude. Let's name him, well, if you know the reference, you know why I'm naming him this way. So Super Robot Taisen, what is it? It is essentially what you get if you let fan fiction writers of mecha series get together and just go completely crazy. It's a strategy RPG which has the majority of the Japanese mech anime series involved in one way or other. So think a mixture of Disgaea with Front Mission, and you've got an idea. You can see, oh, you can also select birthdays and blood type, which changes the station or special abilities, you know, spells, for lack of a better definition, that each of your protagonists have. There are actual specific ways of getting the best stuff, but I don't ever really bother with that because that makes it a bit too easy. The storyline, well, I can't read Japanese that well, so let's just say bunch of robots beating the hell out of each other. That's not entirely true. It's got something to do with August, super dimension August, and dimension bombs. They always take their storylines from the animes that appear in the series, and Z seems to focus very much on August because there are multiple. Yeah, I'm just skipping through the dialogue. There are multiple dimensions, and it gets terribly confusing. You know, Shin Getter, Neo Getter, and now we come to the bit which I actually dislike the most about this route. I hate Gundam X. I loathe it. It is the worst of the Gundam series next to Gundam Seed Destiny, and in many ways I'm probably doing Gundam Seed Destiny a disservice. Anyway, let's get the first mission up and running. So in a minute you'll see what I mean by a strategy RPG. There you go. Can't really be said to be the quickest of video games. I mean, sometimes missions can take an hour to play through. My favourite, yeah, I love, one of the major things about my love for Super Robot Wars and most anime things is the music. I love it. I love the MIDI tracks. I love it so much. It's so Gar. The only way it could be more Gar if it was Go Gaga, which we will reference actually in a minute. So that's his spells, means a 100% hit rate, and she has a scan, which means it can tell you the HP of the bad guys. Anyway, let's move. So you can see the movement amount, and this just gives you your weapons. Now the good thing about this is you can turn on animations or turn them off, so if you're in a hurry, you turn them off, but if you like, as we will now, to play it, so let me just select this, which is the chainsaw cutters, I think. And now we have an animated video of him beating the crap out of people. Chain cutters da. And this is why Super Robot Wars is so awesome. And no Gynaxing. She doesn't have the chest to Gynax, which is a relief. And I think we're going to get a dynamic kill animation for this. Yep, we're getting a dynamic kill animation. So some kills, instead of leaving the guys there to explode, will actually include a kill like that. It's no Zanger's on vault, but you can't have everything. He is the blade that smites evil. And you get your experience and pilot points. Yep, so that's the level over. And then we get the stock music, which is in every single Super Robot Wars game. So you can turn off animations. And it looks a bit like this. Yeah, Super Robots have a tendency to actually miss every single goddamn hit, which they can take it, but they can't deal it out. I hate Gundam X. I hate Garrod, I hate Tifa, I hate all of it. So if we had been playing, he's got a... So he only takes 10 damage if he gets hit if he uses his station. And this is going to be a typical beam saber attack, I should think, for a Gundam. So you can see every time a character from a different show plays, they change the BGM. See, beam saber attack. Anime cut-in. Muda. Oh, that's giving him too much credit. See, why couldn't we have G Gundam instead? Or any Gundam. I would even take Shin. I would even take Shin over that guy. So you do get counter-attacked. Gun Leon. So we're going to use his. Oh, we're going to use her scan to find out what his HP is. 5,000. Okay. We've already seen that attack, so goodbye. He barely does any damage because he's a super robot. They can take it. Oh, God damn it, I hate this music. But you can speed through it if you want. It may sound strange, but this music is really comforting for somebody who is just so used to that music. They always have the same stock music for everything in all of the games. It wouldn't be a Super Robot Wars otherwise. Okay, let's try this. See what happens. I think this is nunchucks. I also think they actually have stars in Japan, you know, idols, and people design the mecha of the original generation's crew. It's no Inazuma kick, but it'll do. So that's a normal explosion. I hate this guy. Shut up, Gary. So that if there were multiple, there is a unit system in this. So if there are multiple people in the unit, it would have hit all of them, rather than just one. I was just kind of showing off the move. Okay, you can also select your returning attack, so let's get it on like Donkey Kong. So this is his first super ability, which you have to build up enough will to be able to use. So you can't just use it straight out of the gate, you have to build up the will by taking out enemies or dodging attacks or supporting other allies. It depends upon the pilot. They have different rules. Alright, this is why we play Super Robot Wars. Stuff like this. Mara. Hikari ni nare. And that's how we do it downtown. One hit, one kill. Yep, you also get, so you level up and you get parts to add to your character. This low level it's usually, oh yeah, an SR point. So if you complete the level in a specific way or under a certain time limit, you get extra points to add to your character, and you get SR points which usually go towards unlocking secret weapons. Oh, and it looks like the guys from Overman King Gainer are turning up, which I've never seen. But we saw you saw Gainer in the intro sequence. So. So that really is the basics of Super Robot Wars. I mean, we're not seeing the unit selection parts or the decisions, because there are split routes, which is, you know, adds to replay value. And if you can actually read this and like Gundam X, I'm sure you'll appreciate it. If we'd taken the other route, which is the real robot route, we'd be probably messing around with Char and that lot about that now. So this is the level up system. As you can see, you can add people. You can have 3 units, I think, which is a bit odd. Usually it's just 2, but that one like 3. So you can distribute points as you see fit. And there's a bazaar, which is different. Didn't know there was one in this game. So you can buy upgrades. Anyway, let's find the upgrade system. That's parts, so you can add a part up, which means I can warp. I don't know what that does actually. That's the part I just got given. This should be the, yep, so that you can upgrade armor, HP, energy weapons just costs your money. Usually with the super robot it's a good idea to upgrade their armor and their weapons and their hit if you can, otherwise they're just going to miss everything. Or you have to rely on their stations. Sorry. So this is where you upgrade the pilots. You've got melee, which is at the top, shooting. Jesus, 50 points per. Oh my god! Usually it's only 1 or 10. That's extreme. You can also buy them abilities. I've been painfully Garrett. So those are the abilities that you can buy, which range from hit and away to your evasion going up as your health goes down, or SP, which is what you use to the stations. Save it. And we'll do one more level, probably with King Gainer, seeing as it's what's up next. And considering my mic is dying, I'll leave you to it. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the end of the level. Any questions, please leave them below. Thanks, and goodbye.
逃げるなよ。真っ向からたけ割り。なんだ、白いオーバーマンのパイロットは。パターンは読めた。そこだろう。やー！
どういうやつなんだい？
出番が来たぜ。